Have you ever noticed that life is full of conditions? Like if Sally comes ordering pizza, else eat Maggie. If today is Sunday, we will wake up at 11 a.m. If today is Monday, Python silently ignore your output. Python exactly the same way using the if condition. Need to understand how to write if conditions in Python? We will walk you through with different scenarios. How to use the single if conditions, multiple if conditions, or nested if conditions. So let's get started. I am using VS Code, Visual Studio Code for this Python tutorial. Here just write the command because command necessary to identify what we are going to do. Single if condition. In this way I am going to use single if condition. If I have defined a variable a and it is a number of 10 and now I am going to check if a is greater than 5, then we will put a comma at the right side and then enter it. The next line will get indented because Python will identify the output as an indent line. That's it. This is a very simple 3 lines of code where I have written a variable which is defined by an integer 10. And now I'm going to check that if a is then output must be a is greater than 5. I'm just checking this way and when you run it you will have the answer as a is greater than 5 because I have given only one condition. If I will use the else condition like else print a is not greater than 5. That means if a is greater than 5 then it will give me this output, otherwise give me this out. And now we have a 10, so it will give a is greater than 5 because 10 is greater than 5. But what if I want to make an input of your choice? This is a constant number. I am here given integer input, enter a number by your own choice. That means when you run it, it will give you a message that you will enter your number by your own. Now let's run. A is not greater than 5 because 3 is not greater than 5. Now again run it 7 and now enter a is greater than 5. Now again run it, keep 2 and now enter a is not greater than 5. This is a single way of writing the if condition. Clear the terminal and now again I am going to write the multiple conditions a equal 5 then a is equal to 5. Otherwise, a is not greater than 5. Here you can see we have 3 conditions here. First, when you run it, it will give you the prompt where you will enter your number. Then it will check the conditions. A is greater than 5, then it will give the output like this. If a is equal to 5, it will give output like this. Otherwise, give output like this. Now let's run it. It will give you a prompt where you will enter your number. Now I am giving a number here as a 10. Now a is greater than 5 because 10 which I put a number is greater than 5. That's why I have received a result as a is greater than 5. Now again run it and then put answer 5 because I have given here a number 5 and my this condition will get satisfied. So answer would be a is equal to 5. Run it, a is equal to 5. If I am not giving greater than 5 or equal to 5, I am giving just 4 and then run it, a is not greater than. So what this statement is checking is just checking the number which you input. While the prompt is showing, it will check all the conditions. First is check a is greater than 5. If it's true, then it will give this answer. If it's not true, just skip this command of line and come to the next conditions. If a is equal to 5, then it will give you this answer. If none of above is satisfied, then finally it gives the last statement that a is not greater than. Now let's see with the another example that I'm giving here x integer, input a number by your own, right? I'm going to write a condition. If a is greater than 0, that means when it prompts for the number to make an input by your own, if you make input which is greater than 0, then it will show the number is positive. And the next, if you have given the negative number, it will show the number is negative. And this is defined by the elif condition. That means if this is true, if not true, then come to the next step. So if x less than 0, then it will make this one output. If is nothing from the above two lines, otherwise it will print as 0. Just clear this one and now run it. You will have to put input. I am giving -5, which is less than 0. So output would be the number is negative. Now let's run. You can see the number is negative. Again run it. If you give +5, now run, the number is positive because you have make input an integer which is greater than 5. That's why the output is positive. If you run it again and when you put as a 0, not positive, not negative, then it will have the number is 0. Because I have defined all the three conditions here. Because when you input a positive number, you will have the number of positive answers. If you input a negative number, that means the number with the minus sign, you will have the negative answer. Otherwise, you will have the indented way. Now what happened? Now I'm going to define if x greater than 90, then colon, then you got A grade. If x greater than 80 and less than 90, then you have B grade. If x greater than 70 and less than equal to 80, then you have C grade. In the same way, I have defined multiple conditions here. Else you got an F grade. That means I have defined 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 conditions. That means if any number, if you input which is greater than 90, you have A grade. If you input any number in between 80 to 90, you have B grade. In the same way, in between 70 to 80, you have C grade. In the same way, if we input a number in between 60 to 70, you have G grade. Otherwise, you got an F grade. These are the conditions I have written here. And now clear the terminal and now let's run it. Now you make input. I'm going to make input here 95. Now you got an A grade because 95 is greater than 90. So this condition is satisfied. So you have this answer. Now if you run again and now you input 35 and now let's run, you have an F grade because you input only 35. A 35 is lesser than 60. So you have this out. Now again run. If you give 73 and now you got a C grade. Where 73 lies? This lies, 73 lies, this statement. So this statement output is C grade. That's why we have a C grade as an answer. Now there is another way to write the multiple if conditions like this. So just copy this one or make as input here and here you gonna write if x greater than 0. This like our conditions. I have written the same multiple conditions as we did a minute ago, but with the indented sign. And this indented multiple condition is satisfied with this additional number. That means every number you gonna input here should be a positive number. That means greater than 0. And now you have the same answer. Now just clear the terminal and run it. Now you make an input. Now I'm going to input 73 again. You got a C grade, and 73 lies this condition, and you got a 6. There are different ways of writing the if conditions or nested conditions. These are the nested conditions, or you can say the multiple conditions at one go. I'm going to show you another way of writing a single conditions or multiple conditions like this. So just comment it so that when you run again, this code will not run. So here I'm going to define y equal integer, input your number by your own. And now print you entered this number if y is greater than 0. Otherwise, you have answer you entered non-positive number. What I have written here, I written here my output should be this. Whatever number I will input here, when prompt, the message would come like you enter output like this. If y is greater than 0, that means the number you gonna input should be a positive number greater than 0. No number with the minus sign. If you give with the minus sign, you will have the answer that you entered a non-positive number. So here what I have written first the prompt where you gonna input your number, and there is a single line with your answer, not the multiple line of code what we have written earlier. Let's run this. Now you have a prompt where you gonna input. Now I'm going to input here -10. Positive number, because I have not entered a number which is positive. That's why else output should be mine. If you run again and this time you gonna input +10, then you have entered a 10, because I have written like you enter the y, that means the number you gonna input here, that is what here. So you have seen how to write single conditions or multiple conditions, or you can say the nested if conditions in Python. It is necessary to understand while writing a block of code during your programming coding. The way of if condition writing in Python is different from the other two. Like what we have used in MS Excel or SQL, the way of writing conditions in Python is different from these two. But the motive is same. The motive is only if you satisfy the condition, you will have the same answer. Otherwise, you will have the another option to make your out. I hope you like this video. Share this video whosoever you know and hit the subscribe button. Stay till next upcoming video.